In this video I will show you how to stay on top of your game when it comes to collecting Primogems. And if you stick until the end, there's a little tip for low spenders as well. I'm Arrow and today we'll be addressing the question how to maximize your Primogems income. Daily commissions. This should be your priority every day after collecting your expeditions and making sure your resin doesn't take you up. They give you 50 primos and a lot of free stuff useful down the line. I know it doesn't sound like much, but think about it this way. 80 gems spread across 7 days means 540 gems, right? Well, wrong, since events in Genshin don't really take only 7 days to conclude. It usually goes from 14 days to 21 days. Rarely do you see an event that has 7 days, like the Leyland event. An event spread across 14 days with 80 gems rewards for 7 days means you get 40 gems per day. Those 40 gems are less than the daily commissions. So where I'm getting at, it's the daily commissions are more consistent. Just do the daily commissions. Events. Yeah, I know, I just called out events for having a payout rate that it's absolutely disgusting. But do we have any better in terms of bonus gems? Not really. So what I usually do if I don't like an event is keep track of how many days are there until the event is fully unlocked, then speedrun it. It'll take like 5 minutes. Well, not all of the events will take 5 minutes. Most of them will take up to half an hour, more or less.
But Arrow, I can't speedrun, I just started playing.
Trust me, everyone can speedrun the first difficulty that gives you just the primos if you can enter the event in the first place. Now, when it comes to exploration, unlocking waypoints. This is just the waypoints and the statues of the 7. If you didn't unlock all of them, it may be easier than doing an actual achievement to get the primos. Collecting chests. This is what the game is all about if you don't count the story after all. Well, of course, there are a few tricks to this besides just the mindless wandering around that we all adore. Once you unlock the reputation system for a region at this adventure rank, go to one of these NPCs and start doing their quests to progress towards the 2 key items that will complete your expedition experience: the treasure compass and the oculi stone. Now that you are set, what are you waiting for? Achievements. You will unlock achievements by simply progressing through the game. But if you want a small boost eventually, you can always go back to do some achievements to get a few more gems. Reading codes. Now, those are limited as we all know, so the best time to actually get them it's when the dev livestream goes up. But if you don't have time to see the dev livestream, just check out the social media from time to time. You might see a date for the dev livestream or the actual codes. Keep track of the date and prepare to snatch the codes as soon as possible because they are only limited to 16 hours. Quests. All over the world are different quests that are either long or really short, and they just require you to play the game. And also read or skip through hundreds of non-voiced lines depending on what type of player you are. Anyway, if you pull through, there are gems at the bottom of the chest, and sometimes even in the beginning and mid sections. Spiral Abyss! Yeah, I know, you're already full of anxiety. I am too! Speaking serious now, just try it, bro. If you eventually reach a wall, give it some time and return to it in the next 2 weeks. I know FOMO is a thing and you need to accept that dissertation, that's all you can do. And at the same time, prepare yourself for the next one. Unless you're that guy that gets stomped by a Dark Soul boss like 1,000 times and still doesn't want to farm to upgrade his weapon, then you deserve to suffer. The Hangouts are the same as a long world quest, which almost every Genshin player hates to go through, since it takes a lot of time. Other than the emotional value that you may get from these, I can say that you make 60 gems from each one, but at the same time, it could take even an hour for those gems. You decide if you wanna do them. I personally don't. So, you decided to spend a little bit of money on this game. Shame on you. But at the same time, I'm one of those people too, so shame on me too. Okay, let's get it a tip. If you're willing to farm resources, only buy the $5 blessing. It's just that, nothing else. Think about the blessing as a long-term investment and then forget about it. If you're doing your commissions every day, you jump from 50 to 140 gems per day with only the blessing. Remember when I compared the dailies with an event? If not, jump back to the event section and tell me what you think about the blessing in the comments. I personally think that it's the only thing in the game that it's actually worth its money if you want to spend anything. For a minor boost and a lot of resources, you can also buy the Gnostic Hymn, which is the battle pass. Now, I will personally go for 3 blessings and farm everything, but you do you. Also, if you really need one of those weapons and the resources from it, maybe it's actually worth. Not as worth as the blessing though. That stays number 1. If you made it to this point, leave a comment saying I love Primos to show me that you are here at the end. Thanks for watching, are out.